I'm giving you your endorsements here.
Right. Okay.
This is a big moment, man. This is a big moment. You are 16 years old. 16 years old. Hey man, how are you? He's just dropping me off and he's gonna fly solo.
Sweet. I've been seeing you on YouTube, man.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
Appreciate it. I figured that's what you were doing. I saw the tail number. I was like, I wonder if that's him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we tried it over in Orlando, but the pattern got full over. Yeah, man, it's just ridiculous over there. Appreciate it, man. And thanks for watching the videos.
Got any checklist on you?
What model aircraft? I don't, man. I don't. Make sure to lock my door, keep my window closed, and also just do not worry about the cameras. Like, sure, don't talk to them, don't do all that stuff. Talk to yourself, do, you know. Like I said, if you're only comfortable with doing 1, 2, 3, 3 is the max.
Yep.
But whatever you're comfortable with, alright?
Yeah, I'll take off, I'll do 1 landing, do a touch and go, do 1 landing, then full stop. Close our door. Let's go. Seatbelt coming on. I got seatbelt on and secure parking brake. I am on the brakes. The circuit breakers. Got all those in. Fuel selector is on both. Let's see. Avionics master switch is off. We got carb heat is off. Battery master switch and alternator on. We'll go beacon and nav light coming on. Mixture, we'll go full rich. Engine, will not prime it. Throttle, 1.8. Clear prop!
The first thing I noticed is how deliberate Lucas is being with using his checklist. I told him before I got out that I wanted him to be slow, be patient, to really make sure that he's doing his checklist, which is so important. And he immediately snapped into pilot mode, which is perfect. But as a CFI sending a student solo, you never really know what they're gonna do when they're on their own. You know, if there's no cameras there, you have no idea what they get up to. To see him doing this sort of stuff already straight off the bat as soon as I get out is just spectacular. And with that, welcome to another video here on LewDix Aviation. Today I'm going to be reviewing my student pilot's first ever solo. Lucas is 16 years old and he just flew an airplane solo for the first time. You see the main video that was posted before this one. I'll link it for you. You can go and watch that. Today though, I'm going to be reviewing and debriefing his solo. I did some recording on the day that I didn't put in that first video, and I'm also going to sit down here on camera and kind of go through what I think he did well, what I think he could improve, show you what goes on in the mind of a flight instructor, and a behind the scenes view of the day as a whole for the first ever solo for this 16-year-old kid. Just absolutely incredible. So let's get rolling.
International Airport, information November 1153 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 8, clear below 2000, temperature 25, dew point 24, altimeter 3010.
3010 set.
Approach runway 13 in use.
It's nice to see him again sat being patient, like sitting listening to the ATIS. Obviously it's a really important thing, but not, you know, in that mindset of like, okay, get to the runway, get flying. No. Take a step back, be patient, do your procedures. It's nice to see him doing that immediately. In this scenario, winds are calm, which for CFI is an absolute dream scenario. One thing I noticed though is how little Lucas wrote down of that ATIS. Like you can see on his iPad screen, he only wrote down the identifier, November. I want to see more things written down. I want to see, even though the winds are calm, right winds calm, altimeter setting, you know, where are the clouds, the visibility, all that sort of stuff. I want to see that sort of stuff written down. If something needs to be referenced, like for example an altimeter setting, he knows what he's doing, he set it, no problem. But if you know, while he's taxiing, he thinks, oh, did I remember the altimeter setting? If you've got it written down, you don't have to fumble around getting the ATIS again and switching frequencies and all that. It's right there in front of you. So I think it's really important to write things down.
All right, we got ground set. And Leesburg Towers on 1935. Cool.
Going back to the patience thing though, he's setting himself up for success. He's following his checklist still, which tells him to set up his frequencies, and that is exactly what he is doing. I always say that setting these things up ahead of time puts you ahead of the aircraft, which is so important when you're a pilot.
734 Mike Alpha, runway 13 taxi via Alpha.
Alright, 13 via Alpha, 74 Mike Alpha.
November 734 Mike Alpha, say intentions on departure.
Just looking to go student pilot solo and touch and goes.
Roger.
Now here we go with the taxi, and again, we're back to the writing down situation. That taxi instruction should have been written down. But I know Lucas is watching this, and he will start writing down taxi clearances. Won't you, Lucas? Really though, his radio work is absolutely incredible for somebody so young and somebody at this stage in training. Probably the best I've seen at this stage.
Alright, pre-takeoff checklist flaps set. Make sure full rich. Landing strobe light. We'll put those on. Transponder is on out and function good. Doors and windows, we'll close those and lock them. Cool. Alright, pre-takeoff complete. And Leesburg Tower, 734 my Golf, holding short, runway 13 at Alpha, student pilot solo, touch and go.
November 734 Mike Golf from Leesburg Tower, hold short, runway 13. Hold short, 13, 734 Mike Golf.
The wait is just agonising, man. What's he waiting for?
Should be ready to go after this one.
Maybe he's waiting for a ton of space between Lucas and the guy that just went ahead of him. Well, the wait continues.
734 Mike Golf, runway 13 clear for takeoff, make right traffic.
Alright, make right traffic, 13 for clear for takeoff, 734 my Golf. Alright, let's go. We are clear both ways. Clear left, clear right. Cool. I got runway 13. And we're ready. Go.
This boy is 16 years old. 16 years old. And he's in an aeroplane on his own.
Alright, I got 13. We'll get her lined up.
About to take off and fly his first ever solo. There he is. He's taking the runway right now. I just find it absolutely incredible that a 16-year-old kid has shown me enough to be able to solo and solo so quickly.
Engine instruments in the green. Airspeed alive. We're looking for a 55.
And welcome himself to the sky.
55, there it is. Rotate. And welcome to the sky.
16 years old, flying a plane on his own. This is absolutely insane. What a beautiful takeoff. This, by the way, is the youngest person that I've ever sent solo. This is a record for LewDix Aviation. Let's watch and enjoy. Now, rudder is a big forgotten flight control for student pilots. There's a joke about flight instructors is that they are constantly telling students, use the right rudder. And it's not really a joke, it's an actual reality. If I was in the plane, I would be nudging Lucas to use a little bit more right rudder in the climb. Looking at the inclinometer, he needs to step on the ball a little bit more to counteract those left turning tendencies.
I got the field.
739er Quebec Zulu, Leesburg Tower, report midfield left downwind, runway 13.
And Leesburg Tower, 4 Mike Golf, confirm we're clear for the option.
November 4 Mike Golf, runway 13, clear touch and go.
Alright, 13, clear touch and go, 4 Mike Golf.
Excellent job. I'm sat here on the ground kind of looking up there, and I was trying to hear if he'd got his clearance, but he clarified, which is absolutely perfect. If in doubt, ask. It's never a bad thing to ask, even if you're going to annoy air traffic control. Never a bad thing, so I'm actually really proud of him for that. Here he comes for his first touch and go. Let's see how this goes, man. Let's see.
So 30 degrees of flaps coming out. 65. Power, flaps coming up.
There he goes. Welcome back to the sky on his first ever touch and go solo. That is just absolutely insane. That is a 16-year-old kid. But to critique that one, it looked as though he came in a little bit fast. The plane floated. I mean, we all know that Cessnas float for days on landings. Like they are better on water than they are on runways. I'm going to take this moment to let you know you can get some Cessna Slander t-shirts on LewDixAviation.com. Caution floating in progress. You just saw it. Yeah, it looked like he came in with a little bit too much energy, floated down the runway a little bit, but he was kind of holding it off. Didn't look like the smoothest of landings, but it was a landing, and it was still all safe. It looked like it was safe from here anyway. So, but that's my critique from the ground. Like, it's always weird, like looking from over here on the ramp, trying to figure out what's going on in the plane. It's always quite difficult. You can't see if the nose is on the centre line, can't see if he landed on centre line. You can just see the touchdown. It looked maybe a little bit like he had a little bit of side load in there, but yeah, he's going to bring it in for his second touch and go now, and that'll be 2/3 of the way through his first ever solo as a 16-year-old. That's just, I can't get over that. That's ridiculous. So on this one, I noticed something when I was watching it back. It's quite subtle, but during his approach, you can see the nose just swinging ever so slightly there. The winds were reported as calm, so I'm wondering whether he's overcorrecting with the rudder, or there's a bit of wind that wasn't reported that came into play and is kind of blowing him around a little bit. But he does have massive feet, like clown feet. Seriously, like, that's no joke. He could join a circus. So it could be an overcorrection with his massive circus clown feet, but that's something that I want to see him get a little bit better with.
Please correct tower lane 8213 Alpha, ready to go.
Full power.
There's the second one in the books. We are 2/3 of the way through the solo. He's already requested a full stop and he's doing really, really well. It's not perfect. As I'm seeing it from the ground, I'll be interested to see it on the actual footage, but from the ground on that one, he was flaring just a little bit high, just a touch high. Could have brought it down a little bit closer to the runway before starting that flare, but he held it off and he was patient. That's the big thing. Massive thing. Another thing that I told him before I got out, and he's putting it into practice, which is amazing, you know, as a flight instructor, to be able to tell your students something and they put it into practice. He's being patient, especially in that flare. There's nothing worse for a CFI than seeing a student pilot push the plane down towards the runway. That's not good technique. Be patient, let that energy bleed off until the aircraft is ready to settle onto the runway. And he's doing that. You know, he's doing it, he's being patient. Although it's not perfect, he's got that patience. And being up there on your own, I think you learn a heck of a lot more about yourself as a pilot and how to get out of situations and get through situations than you do with an instructor on board. It's all him. He's the only one affecting the change. So this is good. This is huge growth. He's coming around now for his last one. Clear the land, he's got the landing clearance, perfect. Now, it's not over until the plane is back on this ramp here, turned off, battery off, and keys out of the ignition. When he's out of there and I'm congratulating him, that is when it's over. So he's still got a way to go. He's got to keep his mind focused on finishing strong.
Lucky 681 Vegas, after touchdown, go to...
We'll get her off at Delta here.
802 traffic, you're following.
There's your hero! That's how you finish a first solo flight. Wow, and he's made Delta. Oh my God, that looked good. That looked good. I feel like he cut the power just maybe a little bit late. He was bringing the power into ground effect. You can actually cut the power a little bit earlier than that in this plane because, again, Cessnas, they float, right? Get it? Caution floating in progress t-shirt. Yeah, oh my God, that is how you finish though. The touchdown there seemed really good. It didn't seem like there was a side load on there. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Wow. Wow. All right.
Are you serious, my boy? Wow, brother. Nicely done, you 16-year-old prodigy. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. I'm on the ground. I'm looking. I'm like, these radio calls are amazing. Like, the first one, you clarified whether you were cleared for the option and whatever. Yeah. That was perfect. Like, everything I told you before getting out, you put into practice. Like, you were patient with it. You didn't do anything rushed. You were calling out traffic. You were, you know, making brilliant radio calls. You were doing everything you were supposed to do. Your downwind looked perfect. How were the landings?
Good.
Yeah.
The first one was like a little antsy.
A little bit, yeah.
The second one, but the third one was so.
Bro, I was on the third one. Like, I was. That looked perfect. From
in my head, I was like, I gotta grease this.
Yeah, the last one's gonna be the good one.
FO Pilot Dep on YouTube. Lucas Wagner MCO on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Now you deserve the plug. Now you deserve the plug. You earned it. Oh my God. Wow, man.
You did it.
16 years old, flying a plane all on his own.
That was fun.
We did it, we did it. We did it, man. That's it. Hey. Hey, look at that.
There you go. Man's gonna walk into the field shirtless.
There you go. There you go. Your tail's been cut, my boy. There it is.
That's a long ass tail.
That's yeah, nice long runway for you to draw on the longest tail you've ever
Draw
seen.
the line.
Yeah. This is the taxiway. Oh, I didn't press record. I'm so proud of that last landing. I'm so proud of the whole thing. There's something to be said here. I've pointed out some flaws in the performance. I've pointed out some really good things in the performance. But even with the things that he needs improvement on, without me in that aeroplane, he's corrected the things himself. From the first 2 landings, he's learned from what he did on those to bring it in on the last landing and correct it all and have a really, really good, nice, smooth last landing. I can't affect anything. The only person that can affect the change on this flight is Lucas himself. That is it. There is nobody else doing it. So, going solo, there is no better time to learn. When you solo, you got no option but to learn, and there's only you that's going to change it. So to see him come through the solo and do most things really, really nicely and get through it is just incredible. It's a joy to watch back. Getting out the plane as a flight instructor, you wonder, everything that he's learned with me and shown me, is he going to be able to replicate that without me in the plane? And he did that and more. Let me know what you thought in the comments, please. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, and yeah, we'll see you next time.